In this video, I'm going to show you a full trading strategy using the Anchor Vwap and price action. This is a simple 3-step method. Watch this video in the full length. It will make you a better trader, even if you use another trading strategy right now. I hope you can implement using that. So first of all, this is the future market. You can use it on any market. What is very important? In this case, the minimum position size to trade with is 1, as you see in the top right. So if I adjust here how much value this movement is with the smallest position size, you can see that this is a $1,000 movement. And because the market did a $1,000 movement, it shows me that the market wants to do more $1,000 movements once the market goes in a certain direction. As you see from here to there, this is also a $1,000 movement. And then the market does a retracement. And then the market does a retracement, and then I expect the market does again the $1,000 movement, as you see here from here to there, until the market is finished with the movement. So in the same principle also occurs also with smaller movements. Like if I'm just calculating from here to there, you can see this is a $500 movement here measured. And I'm just putting here a trading zone, for example. And I'm expecting now that this is the $500 movement that I want to trade. This is the first step at all, that I want to identify where can I see my $500 movement that I want to trade. Using also what is very important, the movement on before we proceed to step number 2, that you fully understand it. The first step is always like, where can I see my $500, $1,000 movement with the average what the market does already. This is for me cash flow, because if I can see that the market does this here multiple times going up, as you see here in one direction, I'm assuming the market will do this one, the green box that I'm just making here, multiple times, as you see here. So the thing is, the market, when it pressures and it has so much pressure, and I can see that, it's very important for me to make the chart small, because the market always aims for bigger structures, highs, as you can see here, or for example there, and then does the retracement, and so it's not good to trade again. So I want to trade before the market reaches it, and bigger structure lows, such as here, for example, before the market was there, or for example here. The more older this low or high is, and the market didn't reach there, the more interesting it is for participants to trade, because trading is about that it's an auction process. I think it's very easy to forget if we read the book, if you watch the YouTube video or in Instagram, and then we get here the systematic that says, this guy says step number 1 is our goal setting, step number 2 is that set up to trade that green candle, and then we do that, and then it won't work that much, because it's just about taking the market for granted. Instead, we need always to read how the market runs, and the 3-step method that I'm going to explain to you, and if you take notes, and it will just make you a better trader, and I hope you can take something for your trading. So the first one was evaluating that the market does a specific cash flow, and also where the market, once the market does enough cash flow, where it wants to go. The second step is literally to see that that it makes sense that the market is going to a specific high or low, because if it's just in the middle, it's not that good to trade. I want to see either on step number 2 if the market is in a contraction phase, wiggling back and forth, or I can see literally it goes in a trend. If the market is very strong in a trend, I can just go to step number 3 and trade a setup, what is a green and a red candle. Sometimes there are very long red candles, and sometimes there are very tiny red candles with a color switch, what I love to trade for trading down. For trading up, it's going to be a red and a green candle, so it means just a low. A red and a green candle. If the green candle closes or the red candle closes, so it means from the structure, for me it is already an entry signal, what is very important for me. So if the market is trending, I just go to step number 3, just trade here the color switch. I'm going to show this to you. I'm going to look, of course, how big the retracements are. If the retracements are that big, I'm not going to sell here just because here's a small green and red candle. I want to have also from the bigger retracement here. The second thing is, if the market is in a contraction phase, and this is very important, to work more with the indicator that is called the anchored Vwap. Hold on a second, please, because I need to charge my headset. If you get a headset for trading and you talk to others, I highly suggest to you that you use a cable-based headset. So the thing is now, what is very important, if the market is in a contraction phase, if you make it small and you can see that it's a bit flat, there are a lot of candles like here, or for example here also, right? It's not that trending. This is trending. This is a bit trending here, for example, but it's not a trending. You can see many contraction phases. Then it's very important for me to work heavy with the anchored Vwap. That means if I estimated that the market goes up, if it's more sure for me that the market wants to go to this high here, for example, where I put the trading zone, then it's very important for me, instead of trading in here and buying, to use my anchored Vwap and place it where the bigger movement came from. Like if I see here's a $1,000 movement, I'm placing my anchored Vwap on the lowest spot, on the bigger movement, and expect that the market does here again the $1,000 movement, what you can see here. If that's too early, what it literally is to buy, placing the anchor Vwap down here, always on the bigger structure to get bigger movements, because that's step number one. I want to estimate where's the market attractive, as you can see in these green boxes that I'm drawing in right now. That once the market goes to these green boxes, that the market will do a $1,000 movement, as you can see here. Or for example, trading here goes up, or here, for example, goes up with a $1,000 movement from here to there. Or you can see it also from here to there. Very important, this is not a financial advice, it's a trading strategy that works very well for me. I do this already since 2017. And the thing is now following thing. That's step number two. So we now know what areas to trade, right? Like if it's trending, I estimate how big the retracements are. I know it's just small color switches like here I wouldn't trade. I know if the retracement is that big about, like around like this in average. I now wait for the same color switch and then just trade green and red. If the market is in a contraction phase, I use more the anchored Vwap and also look how the retracements are, make the chart small and see where the area, look at where the area is just attractive. Now step number three is very important. If the market is in a contraction phase, instead of now entering after each green candle, for me it's very important to look if there's a green candle and a red and a green candle, as you see here, that it's small. If I would enter here and then have a take profit here, that's a risk reward of 3 only, for example. But if I would, for example, trade this small green candle, as you can see here, entry after it closed, and then take profit here, so risk reward ratio of 7. This one would be a risk reward ratio also of 7, as you can see here, even though I would enter it later to trade, because the color switch, the setup is smaller. Before entering, just because the trading strategy, we have everything now set in place, what a good trade makes. It's not about trading everything. It's about literally like seeing if the market starts to make a lot of red candles, extra not entering the trades. This is so important, because if the market does your higher color switch, check this out. This is how to read a candle. You can go to my webpage to tradewithjd.com. You get, it's free. It's a full tutorial on how I love to read the candles. You can see here, it's the full trading strategy, actually, what I do in every video. You can see here literally the market does from green, red and green. Check this out. It goes from here to there, it goes higher. Can you see that? And because it goes higher and then the green candle closes, it shows us the market has pressure up, and that makes this green candle such a nice trade to enter the trade, instead of just buying here just because there's a green candle and the market touches an indicator. It's about reading what the market does. So a simple routine would be, if you would get a US market between 9 a.m. Chicago time and 5 p.m. Chicago time, and you sit down only for 3 hours using a 1 minute chart. Very important using 1 minute chart, because this kind of movement you see here from here to there took 1 hour. This kind of movement from here to there, as you can see 2 times the square here fits, that's 2 hours. So if you use a 5 minute chart, you will see just very few signals, and you will be almost forced to trade a lot of trash. I'm talking about you may only see one higher low, and you'll be forced to trade it. Instead, using a 1 minute chart, you have a lot of signals, and if you properly make the market small as I show it, and you understand how to read the market, you are the best indicator, because you can see within 10-20 candles that the market structure is very nice up, can literally sit down, chill for the retracement, instead of having a 5 minute chart and being brutally forced just to take one entry signal. Because in a 1 minute chart, you have 60 candles an hour instead of 12 candles an hour. As you can see here, this is the 5 minute chart, and it's pretty messed up. Like using a 1 minute chart is literally more efficient because we have more structure reading. I hope this literally helps you out, makes you a better trader. What I want to show you in the end is what I saw. Like these kind of trades here based on the trading strategy what I showed you. Like here we have the biggest structure high. We can see the market pushes nicely up. Anchor we are placed. This is a $500 movement with the minimum contract size using futures trading, for example. And I expect the market does the same movement again. And we can see here the candles on the wicks goes here higher. We can see here a double bottom with the candlestick bodies. I love that, especially if the market goes up and then does a neutral position, like does a double bottom, but the market was going up. Then it shows me the market wants to go up. And if I adjust here $100, that's $800 in profit or even more up here. And around $500 here, or maybe $400 or $300 up here. So what makes it a very solid trade. But then on other days where I was sitting down on a computer, I saw that the market was literally going down. Place the anchor wheel because we can see the contraction phase. And just because here's a color switch, it's for me not a good trade, because the market is doing higher lows and too many green candles. even though this trade worked, when adjusting $100, it would have been $600, like minimum. Like you can see until this low, maybe $400 or 350, and then it goes here down to 500, and then $600 your max. And then seeing maybe the market has on the left side more lows, like more targets the market is aiming for. But it's not about trading everything. It's about trading the best situation, more analyzing these trades and only selecting the best of it. And this is how you just get better by it, by just extending the no, of saying no to trade just more with more quality, as I'm showing to you. I hope this literally helps you out. Share this with somebody who needs it. Wish you all love, good trades. JT out.